What it is, what it was, what it could be, y'all. Welcome back to the 2023 RPM Disc WA Open. Shout out to Rad and the Flying Disc Store for getting me out there. Shout out to the DiscGolf Warehouse and Disc Connection for helping sponsor the event. And also shout out to everyone else that was involved. I don't want to miss anybody, man. Oz Disc, Blake Houston provided me with some drone footage. There was a Bendigo Bank was a big sponsor. Oh, Ben Kennedy, shout out Disc Golf Kennedy for running Catch Cam. You know, that was clutch. These events look so much better with a catch cam. You know, and he didn't even know how to run a camera. So, and he was playing the tournament. That's a lot to ask out of a man. It's a lot to ask out of anybody. Starting us off on the first hole, round 3 highlights. Blake Houston, the young fella, 17 years old, letting her rip down the hill. That is smash. Turning the catch cam around. That is about to go OB long, which is a very big ask. Luckily, it hits a tree. I think Alex Kiniston, I think that's how you say it, did go long on his drive, but then recovers with the absolute beautiful textbook forehand. Run that back one time. Through the gap, nice and low. Skips up. Yeah, and checks right, but rolls around the basket, checks up right by it. That's a heck of a shot. Gonna be able to save his par with that. Austin D'Alessandro, hole 2, second shot. Oh, that's looking good. He's got sneaky distance on that forehand, eh? Putting it right at the circle's edge, right in Aussie D range. He should be able to catch that no dramas the way he's been playing. Blake Houston showing us the forehand. He's really a well-rounded kid, I'm telling you. He's got the forehand, he's got the backhand, and both of them have very good distance. And this is another kid just like him, 3 years younger even. Or is Alex 14 or 15? He might be 15. Might be giving him a year too much credit. Either way, it's freaking, it's ridiculously impressive. Look at this putt. Downhill, drastically downhill from C2. Shows no fear. He's really well known for his putting and obviously his distance. He's the amateur world distance record holder this year. Aussie D putting it in there just like I said he would. On the fourth hole, tough tee shot, very tough tee shot, but Austin getting it done, finding the fairway. Gonna have a relatively straightforward second shot. But him and Connor were like battling it out the entire round for first place. And Connor really pushed him. Connor pushed Austin the whole. Well, they were pushing each other, obviously, but yeah, man, it was a heck of a battle between these two. They just kept going back and forth, back and forth. At one point, I think Blake was tied as well in first. It was like a 3-way tie for first, but it was mostly between Connor and Austin, and they just really, really put on a show. It was quite entertaining. And the back and forth commentary was good as well. Like they were really supportive of each other as well. And there was also a little bit of trash talk. It was good atmosphere. Blake from downtown C2. Oh, that's a very nice putt. Let's see that again. Throwing it up, giving it the height. Cash. Take that to the bank. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, baby. No, you too young to be smoking, Blake. Don't put nothing in your pipe but bubbles. Austin, hole 5. One of the hardest tee shots on the course. Such a tough shot, honestly. A really, really tough shot. You need something that's stable enough to fight out of it when you're putting on a big Anheuser shot. But he's getting it done there. Not many birdies on this hole, I don't think. Blake getting a nice kiss, though, and he might be able to get a birdie. Have a birdie look, at least. Hole 6. Second shot. Connor. Oh, that is pretty. That is pretty. That's exactly how you draw it up. But Austin says, hey, man, if you want to get to that top spot, you got to go through me, okay? And I've done given enough of these damn tournaments away. It's my turn to get one. Austin was on a mission. Blake, second shot. I believe he went third shot. I think he went out of bounds on the second shot, so that probably was for the par. Next hole. Blake, again, getting a kiss off that tree. I think he did it all 3 rounds, throwing his shot, and it just gets a big ol' right there, right off that tree, and just redirects him right back to the basket. Yeah, man. Blake owes some trees some money on this hole. Connor with a great approach shot as well, giving himself a tap-in birdie. Hole 8. Alex Kinniston, KY Gel, throwing the forehand. He likes some low, skippy forehands. Oh, almost rings it up. Yeah, he loves these low, skippy forehands, and he's really good at throwing them. Really good at throwing them. Gets a nice, clean release. You don't see flutters coming off his disc. And look at this. Sheesh. That's got to be a foul, man. That's got to be a foul. That's supposed to go in. That's ridiculous. Austin trying to make something happen after seeing that. That was a nice forehand. This is a must-get birdie, this hole. Like, if you're in the MPO field and you're not birdieing this hole, you feel like you're losing strokes for sure. Connor throwing a nice forehand. Because it's a relatively straightforward hole. You know, you're throwing out over OB the whole time. And those Mandos are for a different layout. They're for the blue layout, which is also a very tough layout. Hole 9, like I said, Blake's had this hole in his pocket the entire tournament. And again, same disc, same hole, right by the bucket. Hole 10, Connor's second shot. He had a very tough angle, but throws something incredibly beefy around the Mando he had to make. That's why he went out wide like that. And just finds the fairway. That was a tough shot. That was a very tough shot. Alex showing his touch on the backhand, hitting the gap, putting it right by the bucket. It's very well done. Oh yeah, Austin. What's this, hole 11? Forehand. He was on. He had a couple bad shots with the forehand, but for the most part, his forehand was looking freaking dialed this tournament. How about this? Trying the Alex route, keeping it low and skippy with something stable. Getting the triple skip and the roll around the basket. Yeah. Nice shot, man. Very nice shot. And yeah, Alex doing the Alex too, keeping it low and skippy. Getting a very similar result. Very similar. Again with the forehand, hole 12, the hardest hole on the course. Ooh, puring a gap that I don't think he was trying to pure, but he got him. Yeah, he'll take that. That's a nice shot there. And then second shot on that, hole 12. Going forehand again. Over the OB. There's an OB green that he's over right now. Coming back. Oh, that's a huge forehand, man. That's a huge second shot. And then to finish it off, he's got circle 2, look for the bird, and he cashes it. That is a very well executed hole, Austin. I don't think there's a lot of people that's doing that. Birdie in hole 12. Forehand, putt from C2. Yep. Yeah, you'll take it. You'll take it. Austin again. Hole 13. Like I said, he had this hole right in his back pocket. Skips it right over the shrubs. And gonna have to watch his head there when he taps in his birdie. Blake also had this hole pretty dialed the entire weekend. I think he was throwing like a buzz, just throwing a mid-range up there and going long. Yeah, that's a heck of a shot. Some big power too. I'm talking about power. Austin on the hole 14 downhill, smashing one out there. That's huge. That's huge. That's a good 150, 160 meters. But Blake says, watch this. Hold my beer. I can't drink it yet. Throwing something flippy. Or it's probably not even flippy. He's just making it look flippy. And skipping right past Austin. He said, you freaking noodle. Sit down, boy. But then Alex steps up and says, okay, boys, okay. We want to throw far. I'm the freaking amateur distance record holder. You want to talk about far, you better put my name in the discussion. You understand? Yeah, man, that's huge. Can't even see the other two shots. It's down there. Second shot, Blake ain't got much work left, but it's a tough second shot. Luckily, that didn't skip too much. That sat down really well. Alex throwing his second shot. Forehanding over the OB green. Skips off of it. I'm telling you, not a lot of discs was doing that. A lot of discs that land on that sand green, they was catching on that sand green, and they wasn't going nowhere. Alex trying to finish off the putt on that hole. Kabang. Circle's edge, birdie putt. That's a big bird right there. That's a big bird. Let's see that again. The man's ain't scared. He is not scared. That's a really nice putt. He's got a good putting stroke on him. Hole 15. Connor throwing it out over the OB. It's looking a little skinny. Ooh! Oh, I think that's a very good tree. That could have possibly went OB if it doesn't hit that tree. Had some heat on it, but it's a good shot. It's a good shot. Austin trying to do the same thing on that hole 15. Throw it out over that OB. Let it skip back towards the basket. Yeah. Yep, well executed. You could Austin was just on something, man. He was on one. He was just throwing the backhand really well, throwing the forehand really well, and most of all, he was making big putts. Connor smashing out a freaking air shot on hole 16. This is the longest hole in the Southern Hemisphere. Apparently, Paul McBeth eagled this back in like 2017 when the Team Worlds or whatever came down here over to Perth. Yeah, he eagled it twice in one round. That's insane. It doesn't make no sense how. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. Blake throwing his probably third shot. Gonna have a nice birdie look. Like, getting an eagle on this hole is honestly insane. Doesn't seem like it should be possible. Connor trying one of them KY forehands low and skippy. Think he's got it figured out too. Bang. That's a big putt from Alex. Big putt. I can't remember if that was a save par or if it was for birdie. I feel like you would have had more of a reaction for birdie. Hole 17. Blake still got this one dialed, man. Oh, the closest one yet, I think. He nearly rung that up, man. And when we did the practice round, Reese from Disconnection put $100 on if one of these boys aced it, and Blake hit top band. Gosh, that's so close. That is such a good shot, man. That's crazy. He's really got that hole dialed. Wrapping us up on the 18th. And it was like a one-stroke lead. Austin had a one-stroke lead right here. And Connor just goes ahead and parks that. So you know he's putting the bird on. So Austin's going to have a lot of pressure on him right here. He knows, unless he wants to go to a playoff, which who the heck wants to go to a playoff, he's got to put this close and he's got to make the putt. And he puts it somewhat close. That's a tester. That's more distance between me and the basket than I'd want to have if I'm going for the win. I'll tell you that. Alex keeping it low, showing us that power. Don't need the height. Yep, that's a great shot. And we all know who won, but you're going to have to tune into Gatekeeper if you want to see the action all take place. And trust me, you want to see it. It was a heck of a show. Shout out to Rad and the Flying Disc Store for getting me out here to film this event. Shout out to Disc Golf Warehouse. Shout out to Disconnection. Everyone involved, who supported this event. It was really well put together. One of the best events I've ever been to. I really can't wait till the action to come out on Gatekeeper. Check it out. Shout out to Blake Houston for letting me use all his drone shots and any aerial shots you guys see. That was all him. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a big old thumbs up, and we'll catch you in the next one.